So, saffron. Why saffron?
Saffron, Scotty. Saffron is an absolute brilliant crop to grow. It likes hot summers and cold winters, and it's very hardy, and you harvest it in autumn, which is usually April we harvest. Sometimes it can be the end of March, but with the drought that we had this year, it has been April into a bit of May, probably about the first week in May.
And did you have much trouble with the drought this year?
No, they love being bait. So, unfortunate for the farmers, but great for saffron growers.
So basically, for people like me at home, what is saffron?
Saffron is a spice. It's the oldest spice known to man, and it's actually something that you can keep. So in other words, once you've picked it and you've dried the 3 red stigmas from the flower, then you've got your saffron. So that will last for, they found some in an Egyptian tomb actually, and it was still okay to consume. You can use saffron in your cooking. You can use it in almost anything, any savoury or sweet food you can use saffron in. There's also a lot of medicinal properties to it, and the monks dye their robes with saffron as well.
Do you want to tell us a bit about your history and how you sort of ended up here at this site?
Yes, certainly. Ray and I we moved here just over 5 years ago. We used to have saffron and poultry. We've done saffron now commercially for over 20 years, and we have been certified organic for those over 20 years, and also with HACCP, which is a food safety program.
So the growing process of the saffron, do you want to tell us how that all works?
Yes, certainly. Once you get a medium-sized corm and you plant that in your first year. We dig the corms up actually in November when they go dormant, so they go completely, the leaves will go completely brown and they'll come away from the surface. That's when we dig the corms up, and we do have over 40 growing partners throughout New Zealand that also grow saffron. They aren't certified yet, but they do grow to our organic standards anyway, and they're all lovely people and like to grow it organically. So in the first year, once you've planted the corms, you actually get saffron. You don't get as much that first year because they have been stressed out, but onwards they just keep multiplying. They multiply by about 6 to 9 cormlets per year.
So these ones over here, what growing stage are they at?
They are actually, they're going to be going dormant very shortly, so the tips of the leaves will start to go brown, and then it'll go down to the base, the surface of the soil, and then they'll just come away from the soil. So, and at the moment they're multiplying underground, so we're getting daughter cormlets, which, 6 to 9 cormlets per corm that's there. We plant them 10 centimetres deep and 10 centimetres apart, and we have it so that you can actually straddle the row, so that when you're picking, it's a lot quicker to go over the rows and actually pick and put them in your bucket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it quite a full-on sort of harvesting?
When the flowers are out, yes, this will be covered in purple, and then the next day you think, oh, there won't be many flowers. Well, they're all up again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's usually 1 in the stem or 2 in the stem ready to come up for the next day.
Yeah, is it pretty quick, or is the flowering, is it within a week or two, or is it spread out over a month or two?
About 4 to 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Some harvests it's 4 weeks, and other harvests it's 6 weeks. Yeah, but I mean it's all go when it's on, that's for sure. So in the morning we go out first thing and we pick, and ideally you pick the flowers when they're closed, but when you've got so many you haven't got any choice, so often you can be picking for quite a few hours outside. And then we put them in a chiller and we bring the buckets one at a time into the processing room, where we've all got our hats on and our sleeves up to our elbows and aprons, and it's all very hygienic. And we process the saffron, and that entails taking out those 3 red stigmas and just putting them on your dehydrating tray, and then we dry the saffron. Once the saffron's dry, then you can store it.
So what are some of the uses for saffron?
There's a lot of medicinal sides to saffron that they're looking into at the moment, like they're testing it on the degenerative eye disease, and that's really promising. It's working better than Prozac, and of course with no side effects. There's also a lot of research happening in the world with the cancer for saffron, and that's very promising as well.
So is it originally from the drier Arab countries?
Iran grows most of the saffron in the world. They grow about 50 300 tonne.
Wow.
And then you've got Spain and Greece grow some as well. Yeah.
And production on your farm, how much would you produce here and where does it go in New Zealand or even the world?
We produce close to just over 2 kilos here this year, yeah, which is quite a lot, because that's the other thing with New Zealand saffron. It's the crocin is so high that you actually don't need much. You know, the Spanish stuff and some of the other stuff that you can buy in the shops, that you've got to use a lot to get the same result. Where with New Zealand saffron, you only need to use, you halve it.